Yeah, I just checked. The transfer still hasn't come through. Well, why don't you get a 5G connection? Things would be much faster. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking Majorca or the Maldives. You know, Bobby's got that 25-meter yacht that he's been asking me to come by and visit. Definitely. Just make sure the money's there, okay?
3, 2, 1, and action!
Good evening and welcome to Independent 4 News. Commercial-free, sponsor-free, in-depth news and current affairs. I'm your host, Dan Reynolds. Tonight's top-breaking story, escaped wildebeest. A spokesperson for the Alton Zoo says a wildebeest escaped its enclosure in the early hours of this morning and is now the subject of a citywide search. Carol Evans with the story.
Thank you, Dan. It's a fluid situation and the details of the escape are just starting to come in. However, police and animal control have already been flooded with reports of sightings throughout.
That is absurd.
Yes?
I can't help but think the OnePlus Nord CE4 Lite 5G could really help them out.
What?
It's the follow-up to the highly successful Nord CE3 Lite. The new Nord has an absurdly long-lasting battery, up to 2 days of power. Plenty of time to track down that adorable little wildebeest and bring him back home to his natural habitat, in the middle of a bustling major metropolis.
I'm sorry, do we have sponsors now?
No, it was just on my mind at this very specific moment. We are committed to independent, impartial journalism. We're not steered by corporate interests. We report on the facts, and only the facts. Unbiased, unfiltered, unsupervised. OnePlus Nord CE4 Lite has a battery that is over 5,000 milliamp hours with 80-watt SuperVOOC fast charging that gives you 100% charge in about 50 minutes.
Next up, a waitress at a local seafood restaurant got quite the surprise when she received a $10,000 tip. But now her boss is demanding a share and is even threatening to fire her. The waitress, Kelly Withers, joins us in the studio. Good evening, Kelly.
Hi, Dan.
So what can you tell me about this tip you received?
Well, it's more money than I make the whole summer. I earned it. Why should I?
Kelly, this actually reminds me of the reverse charging feature on Nord CE4 Lite. Imagine this phone here is your tip. Now imagine this other phone is your greedy boss. First you had the money, and now he has it.
I guess so.
Thank you, Kelly. You go.
Next up, culture correspondent Prashant Vasudevan is live in the streets exploring local music, art, and dance.
With its 3.5mm headphone jack and 300% ultra volume mode, the OnePlus Nord CE4 Lite is a phone of contrast. It's exactly that flexibility that local resident and self-proclaimed street DJ Amar Dev has come to love.
I'm a curator. When the beat is not good, I stay plugged in. I absorb it privately.
But Amar says, when the beat is right, and oftentimes it is right, all bets are off.
When the beat is good, I pull the pin. 300% ultra volume mode. All the way up.
In an industry sullied by money and bias, Independent 4 News is a breath of fresh air. Just like Oxygen OS 14.0, the latest, fastest, smoothest operating experience. Now it's Heather with the weather.
Thanks, Dan. We've got low-pressure systems coming in, which means light showers for the rest of the
No,
week.
I'm not worried.
Okay.
I've got the 120 Hz Aqua Touch display, which detects moisture and adjusts settings in real time to make sure every swipe, tap, and touch goes smoothly.
Dan, are we working for OnePlus or something?
Heather, come on. We're Channel 4 independent news. We're not going to let some corpo suits influence our unflinching quest for the truth.
Okay, sorry. Later this week, we have higher temperatures with blue and clear skies.
Heather?
Don't tell me. OnePlus?
No. Yes, For those sunny days, the 2100 nits AMOLED display provides incredible brightness, even in direct sunlight. Thanks, Heather. Next up, a local man claims to have had an extraterrestrial encounter and has a photo to prove it. That man, Tim Glenn, joins us from his home today. Walk us through the experience. I understand you were mowing the lawn.
I mean, I was just outside cutting the grass, and then in the sky, I saw this crazy flying metal
I can
thing.
see one thing right away.
What's that?
You didn't capture it using the OnePlus Nord CE4 Lite.
Well, no, that phone isn't even out yet.
It's got the Sony 50-megapixel Lite camera. Brilliant colors, remarkable detail, eagle vision.
I mean, I just have my old beta phone, you know?
This is a terrible photo. With the Nord CE4 Lite, you can really get up close using the 2x in-lens zoom, and the OIS helps minimize blur and produce sharper photos. Plus, the whole phone is powered by the Snapdragon 695. Speaking of dragons, I had the opportunity to sit down with our resident dragon expert, Jimothy Joy, yesterday. So, Jimothy, tell me about the Snapdragon.
The Snapdragon 695 features a Cryo 660 processor, which speeds up to 2.2 GHz, a 15% improvement over the previous generation. Okay, let me try the second paragraph. Its Snapdragon X51 5G modem supports multiple frequencies and modes. No, it's actually the modem part. It's a lot. For the utmost in flexibility and accessibility, including sub-6 GHz, NSA modes, TDD, FDD, and DDS.
Wow, that is outstanding.
Combined with the Adreno 619 GPU that is now 30% faster at delivering brilliant color and smooth action, your gaming experience is bound to be bright and vivid.
Jimothy, thank you so much for your...
That's unfortunate because
I have to say, it's an honor to be able to converse with one of the most preeminent minds of our generation. Truly a privilege and an illuminating conversation. Now we bring you a story about how technology is changing aviation. That's our news for tonight. Thank you for trusting us. For Independent 4 News, I'm Dan Reynolds. Remember, we can't be bought. We won't be bought. But the OnePlus Nord CE4 Lite can be bought. So buy it, please.